Right, well, it's about 10 o'clock. Half an hour after we changed the rod's position, we had a bream. Keep catching bream. I'm going to be changing it. And I pass it on to my mate Kirk. He likes catching bream. While I think of it, little shout out to Sci Fishers. Thanks for taking the time out to comment on the video, mate. Made a video on carp safety earlier. Posted it last week, and he took the time out to comment on it. So thanks very much for that, fella. Hope you're catching fish. Hope everyone else is catching fish. Hi folks, welcome back to Bivvied Up. 8:30 Friday night, and I've slipped away to get down the syndicate. Quick 36 hours, see what we can muster. Got a little bit of driving to do, so I'm going to crack on and do that. Catch up with you lot again when we're lakeside. See you in a bit. Right folks, coming up to 11 o'clock. We're all in. We've got in at 10:30. I sat and had a coffee and chilled out. Had a little stroke with the dog. Fishing both rods on our own margin. One to the right under an overhanging tree, and one to the left under an overhanging tree. It was definitely dark o'clock by the time we got everything set up. Well, I say everything, like the core, the skeleton bits. You need the bivvy, you need the bed. Then I put the dog on that. She'll stay there all night. After that, yeah, rods and everything. So they went out just boiler fishing today. Last time was down, I made the mistake of putting sweet corn out, and I think that's what brought the bream in. So we're not doing that today, or this session even. Just pure boilies, full, chopped, crushed, or just boilies. Just report really, had a few liners, got back leads on. Yeah, just about it really. Kettle's on for a second coffee. Probably get a bite to eat. Stick a movie on. And chill out for a bit. Put, I don't know, maybe 20 bait scattered around each of the rods. I'm not going to go over a very heavy bait tonight. I think Kettle's being all carpy. I think more by chance than by judgment. I've ended up on a spot that looks like it's got relatively decent bottom on it in the margins. So last time we were down, we had the underwater camera out, and within a minute or two, the screen was like half full of silt there. They turned it up a bit, but that was down the shallow end. So we're a little bit further up this time. You copy. I'll mark it on the map and stick that up so you can see. To me by memory, it's about 5 foot of water. 4.5 to 5.5 foot of water. There's been splashes while I've been here. It's too dark for me to see where they were though, but judging by the sound, they were definitely in front of me. That's a good sign. The only trouble is, they were at least in the middle, maybe over the other side, and I'm fishing my own margin, so couldn't be much further away from them really if I tried. Oh yes. So that's about it. We're on the double spinner rig, double Ronnie rig, whatever you want to call them, but made with the ESP coated braid rather than the stiff beam. That's you up to speed now. So turn the camera back on again. Hopefully in an hour or two, I've got a great big stonking carp to show you. If not, it'll be breakfast time. So I'll speak to you in a bit, folks. Right, folks, cameras are back on. We've had our first fish in the session. It's just a little one. Having a guess somewhere between maybe 9 to somewhere 11, maybe 9 to 11 pounds, something like that. Came off the left-hand rod, margin under the tree. Obviously, it was on the nameless bait. That's all on at the moment. But it's the one that's been glugged in my own glug, made up myself. So that's pleasing. I hummed and hawed about whether to put a different glugged bait out, different flavoured bait out. But I thought, no, we're going to go with the same one to see if it gets any more. And if we don't, maybe that was just we caught that one despite having that bait on, rather than because we got that bait on. So it's gone back out. I came straight to the camera to record something because I was quite excited. I've got to put a few boilies back out around the spot now, and that's all we're using. I'm just crushing a few up in my hand, like splitting them, not completely in half, just cracking them, and then throwing some whole ones in and some cracked ones in. And they are very fresh boilies. I made them yesterday, well, about 4 o'clock in the morning by the time I finished. So it's about 1:30 when we had that fish. And then boilies are less than 24 hours old. They'd had about 8 hours worth of air drying time. Can't beat fresh bait. So I'm going to do a little bit more beating up, and we'll see in a bit. Oh dear. Right. Morning, folks. It's a little bit later than I wanted it to be honest with you. I overslept a little bit. Struggled to get sleep last night, but I'm awake now. That's all good. I don't know what time it is. I'm up to about 10 o'clock from my daft out. So got a coffee. I'll get this rod back out, and then we'll get that fish out and have a look. I say it's nothing to write home about if you was on a commercial bait, but this is a homemade bait, so every fish is golden. So that's about it for now. I've got a bit of work to do, catch up, a bit of tidying up to do after the hours of darkness. Things got scattered about a little bit. That's about it for now. Got a new neighbour. They must have been really quiet setting up, or I was dead to the world, one or the other. So yeah, see how we go. It's looking good. It's gone all over cast. Bit of a ripple on the top. Things are looking good. So told you my plans. It's time to put them into action. See you in a bit. Right, let's weigh him. I'm guessing about £7. Oh no, a bit more. 10.4. Right, solid little fish that. Right. Right then, so what we had in the early hours of the morning, £10 4 it weighs. This is on the homemade wafter, nameless, in my own glug. So, perfect. Cracking little mirror. Turn him around. There's the other side. Yeah. So that's now 6 on the homemade beat. This one, most welcome. Yeah. Right, I'll get a flyby. Some pictures. And put him back, catch some more. Come on, buddy. Oh, thanks for the orange. Alright. There he goes. Nice little £10. Off you go, mate. Right then. Everything's all back in the water. Let's talk some bait. You lot know that I've been on. Check the mic. Make my own bait. I've been for a while. And we made a few changes to it. I don't know if you'll be able to see that or not. One's red. The other one's its natural colour. So I know what you're thinking. Yeah, you've just added some robin red to it. Well, I haven't. So there. Robin red's a compound, a mixture of herbs and spice and stuff, and it's got things in it that I don't want in that particular bait. Not that there's nothing wrong with it. It's just it's not that I want it in my bait. So we've added something extra. If it works, I'll tell you. However, I forgot to put bait preserve in it, which ain't a problem if you're going to freeze everything. But I ain't got room in the freezer, so I've had to plug everything off instead. So I have got myself the red ones plugged up in the red Supreme called goose stuff. So that'll add a good couple of months to it. Once they're heavily soaked through, they shouldn't go off. I've in tests, the plain standard bait goes off after about 5 weeks of being sat on the shelf. Just exposed to the elements, starts to mould. Stick it in this sort of stuff. Excuse me. And yeah, you ain't got that problem anymore. So I've got a corn one. That's interesting. It's coated them with like a candy coating on the outside, like a sugary, sweety sort of coating. It's not sticky enough to stick your fingers, but it is sticky enough to retain any powders. So that's nice. Corn based. Pineapple, mango, nana, classic. Obviously, done the squid, and we've got a white squid as well. You know how much I love my white squid, and our own homemade goo. And that's the one that's took the first fish of this session on the homemade goo. So it's made to go along with the nameless boilie. Still not give it a name yet. Got 5 boilies in the range. That one's not got a name. The other 4 are all named. So comments down below, folks. Give us some ideas for some names. Back in the margins again. I've just baited back up. I'm going to get the boat out in a minute and just explore everything in front of me. And then I shall have a better picture of what to do for this evening. Not sure how I'm going to hit it bait wise. I'm probably not going to load it up. Maybe a couple of hoppers on each spot, or 3 or 4 hoppers on one spot and fish both rods to that. But we'll see. But for now, I'm having a coffee, a bag. That's a cigarette for you Americans. I've not got a homosexual in the bivvy. and then I'll do some baiting up after that, some exploring. So I'll catch you in a bit. See you later. Right, and folks, it's lunchtime o'clock. Lunchtime o'clock review. Pretty sure just been done. It's either that or a proper savage liner. I'm on spinner rigs at the moment, and when I got it back in, the hook was all not how it should be. So I'm pretty sure I got done on that. I don't like the fact that that hook can move. So I'm going to go back onto my old trusted old school rigs. Straight, simple. Stupid people can do it like me. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to tie a couple of them up and get them ready for this evening. I've had the underwater camera out. It's not great, I'm afraid. There's some sort of algae bloom in the water. It's got a green tinge to it. You can't really see much. You can't really see more than about a foot in front of the camera. So I don't really get much off of that, which is a shame, because the bottom looked like it was just quite gravelly in front of me, and it is for like 2 or 3 foot, and then after that it changes. So hey up dog. So me and the dog have got stuff to do. We'll catch up with you in a bit. How is it? Yeah, 20 to 7. Oh dear. Right. 20 to 7. I've had a bit of a dad nap. I feel a bit better for it. And I'm having some lunch, dinner, tea, whatever, all 3 of them. I've got 2 different sorts of pasta today. Cheesy pasta and pasta and tomato sauce. Couldn't find any more of them Ray Bentos meals in a bag thing in B&M. The shape feel really nice. I just grabbed a couple of one's a Domio and the other one's a Bachelor's. So give them a try. It's not like I'm going to starve to death, because it can happen. We were 24 hours for the night and then we're off in the morning. Top the rigs over like I was gonna, and then I had a dad nap. So that's pretty much up to speed. Fishing out in the middle at the moment. I'm probably going to come back on the margins again for this evening. I've kept feeding the spots. So we'll be well. I'll catch something a little bit later on. I'm doing catching something right now, but to be honest with you. Well, that's fishing, isn't it? So I'll get it done, Jamie. And see you in a bit. Hopefully, we'll be fat fishing man. Right, folks, it's coming up to 9 o'clock, and facing a bit of a dilemma. Most of the latter part of the morning and all the afternoon, I had both rods out on the centre line. It seems to be where all the traffic had been. moving up and down the fish traffic, that is. It's definitely, this is what I'm looking at currently, quite calm, no fish jumping, nothing. So my dilemma is, do I go back under the margins, my own margins, where I already had that fish one 30 hours in this morning, or just stay where I am, or run a boat out across the other side, drop out underneath the overhanging trees. I suppose 2 rods I could technically do 2 things. Choices. Each one's got a consequence, I suppose. I could do nothing, sit on my hands. Then I'm driving home, thinking to myself, why didn't I do that margin on my side, or why didn't I do the margin on the other side? And if I take the rods out and put them in the margins, I stand a good chance of driving home thinking, why did I move them rods? I don't know, got about half an hour, maybe 20 minutes of light there. Stick the kettle on, give it a thought, and get back to you when I made a decision. See you in a bit. Right folks, the decision was made. I'm back in my margins. My margins left and right, both rods. I originally planned to, we're already getting, see this is already much better. I've been quiet all afternoon. But I had originally planned to leave the right hand rod out on that centre line. And then when I reeled in the left hand rod, I had no bait on. So I think what happened is the PVA bag net stocking thing on the cast that perhaps took the bait off, or had been done. One of them 2 things. So that left me a bit paranoid about the rod on the right, thinking, gotcha, mosquitoes, thinking, am I going to be sat there all night with no bait on the rod? So that came in as well, and yeah, that didn't have any bait on either. So that's what makes me think it was the net stockings. I was running short, so I went a bit skimpy on the tails and on the wrap round to hold the bait in place. They weren't very big, so it was a bit of a stretch. So I think what happened is they've gone in, they've contracted in the water, as it were, so they dissolved and just popped it off, popped the bait off. So yeah, I'm glad I checked that. Both back in the margins now, like I said. It's about 9:30. Got about 30 minutes before dark o'clock. Kettle's going to go on in a sec, and then I'm having a ciggy. So hopefully I'll turn the camera back on in a bit. I've got something to show you. Catch you in a minute. joking. The bream. It's about 10 o'clock, half an hour after we reposition the rods, and we've got a bream. A frickin' snotty bream. That came on the corn twist version of the no-named wafter. I suppose those noddies would be well happy with that. First bream of the night, let's hope it's the last. Right, well, it's about 10 o'clock. Half an hour after we changed the rods position, we had a bream. But it's proved to me that my rigs are working, and I'm happy with that. So, corn twist, that was on. Corn twist, yeah. These ones got like a sugary hard coating on the outside now. Bream liked it. Keep catching bream. I'm gonna be changing it, and I'll pass that on to my mate Kirk. He likes catching bream. While I think of it, little shout out to Sci Fishers. Thanks for taking the time out to comment on the video, mate. Made a video on carp safety earlier, posted it last week, and he took the time out to comment on it. So thanks very much for that, fella. Hope you're catching fish. Hope everyone else is catching fish. I'm going to catch some more fish. See what the night brings. Catch you in a bit. Oh dear. Well, morning folks. It's about 9 o'clock on Sunday morning. Other than the bream that we had last night, we had a fair few liners, which were probably bream. But yeah, I think we made the wrong decision. I talked myself into dropping it back in the margins, dropping them both back in the margins last night. And about, I don't know, an hour and a half, 2 hours after I'd done that, it's just dark enough for me not to be able to see exactly where it was coming from, but a few splashes out in the middle, towards the middle, anyway. So, you know, live and learn. You have to make your choices. So, slow pack up now. So, what I'm going to do before I do that is, one, have another coffee, because I'm still not quite woke up yet. But two, I'm going to put the rods on the other margin for, I know, the last 4 hours that we've got at the rear. I'll boot them out. And there's like two little bees that have been staring at me that I should really have put a bait on, but I'm going to give it a try. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a couple of fresh baits on, boat them out over there, handful of boilies in each hopper, and drop it off, see what happens. So if something happens, I'll turn the camera back on, and if nothing happens, then I'll see you next time. Let's see what happens. Don't worry about it, be on this one again.
If weather's nice again, I want to try and get a bit shallower.
Yeah, I fished down there last time I was here, a fortnight ago.
Yeah.
When the weather was banging, I turned up, carp was cruising all across the surface. It was like, oh, it looked thrill. Just not great presenting it. Go on. Dead. No, he's not.
Bastard.
Or if it is, it's a bream and it's doing a bit of water skiing. It is a bream and it's doing a bit of water skiing. It's a roach.
What are they took a waft?
Yeah. But I mean, that's the size of that roach that I was catching. That'd be a Noddy's dream.
Fucking would be an all.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking Noddy's dream. Come on, mate, pick off.
If you call